Today's video is going to be a bit different. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try a Rob the Maritimer type thing here.
Let's go for a walk, shall we?
I've got a little microphone on, and I feel a little bit self-conscious, but luckily at the moment there's nobody coming my way. I'll probably turn the camera off when there is. Anyway, today is day 9. Just looking around. Today is day 9 of my 10-day challenge. So I'm kind of on my way, and tomorrow I want to do a kind of big summing up of what I think so far and where I think I'm going to go with it, if I'm going to go with it at all. But for today I thought it'd be just a bit of a laugh to come out with 2 cameras, one the DJI Osmo here, and the other one which is just my iPhone, and I'm not using it on log or anything. I'm just going to shoot a little bit with iPhone, just for my own amusement and to find out what it looks like, and to see if this is anything that I can ever do. And this morning I looked at Natalie Hamilton's video. First thing that came up, I watched her video, and she says that she's thinking of just quitting. What do you think, guys?
Feeling like a little stuck, like I should be getting more views than I am.
And so I left a comment basically to say, no, don't give up, carry on. You know, she's doing a 30-day challenge. 30 days, I'm trying to do a 10-day challenge, but 30 days seems to me a little bit crazy. And she's obviously a bit down about it and thinking she's losing viewers, although she's got thousands compared to mine. And so I left a comment to say, oh no, just keep going, try to be supportive. And I left it for 2 reasons. One, because I think she really should keep going. If you're going to start this, I think you've got to see it through for at least, 20 years or something. But and if it doesn't work out then yeah, start thinking about giving it up. And the second reason I left a nice comment is I thought that she might come and have a look at my video. And if she subscribes, and Natalie, I hope you're watching this, if you subscribe, you're going to double my subscription list, and I'll have 2. I may not make any more after tomorrow, but anyway, we'll see. And it's going to be a bit bitty, this video. As I said, I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to use the DJI. There's Alexandra Palace behind me. I'm going to use the DJI Osmo. It's quite an old one, and the battery's nearly out. You can see where I am now. This is Alexandra Palace, and this is where television began. This is where the first broadcast was ever made, public broadcast, or high definition broadcast they call it. And that's what I love about this YouTube thing, is this is where it all started, 1930 something. But and here we are on little tiny cameras, making our own programs and things like that. Don't need all that stuff, these big buildings and things anymore. Make sure you see this person walking past me. So that's the first thing. I don't know how you YouTubers do it. You just feel really sort of stupid, especially at my age. It's the sort of thing that young people do, talk to cameras as they go along. Oh, look at the light there, I have to walk backwards. Rob the Maritimer, I've never done. Oh no, there's someone now. Now I'm walking backwards and there's someone coming along in front of me. I'm just going to go into silhouette. What does it matter? My wife said this morning, she goes off early, she's a teacher at school, and I feel a little bit guilty because she leaves the home. And she said, can you do something today? It's her birthday today. She said, can you do something? And I said, well, I can't because I'm busy, aren't I? She said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm making my YouTube video. And she gave that face, that you get. Like, oh, right, seriously, you can't go shop. And I said, look, the thing is, you've got to treat it like a business. You were supportive initially, and 10 days in, you're thinking, yeah, okay, waste of time. But if you're going to treat it as a business, you've got to treat it as a business. You've got to go for it. You're not going to make any money out of it, but you have to treat it as a proper business. And she said, yeah, the problem is all her kids at school, they all want a YouTube channel. So that got me thinking that, okay, well, that makes a difference then. You either go for it or you just want to do it. And if you go for it, you go for it, and you have to do it. Even if it is just rambling, although I will try and think of making much better videos than this in future. Much better, I hope. It's always noise, isn't it? Always noise. Don't get this in Nova Scotia. Dogs, you get them. You get them in Nova Scotia. Yeah, but my problem is still finding my niche. And then she said, what's your niche? And I said, well, that's the problem. I'm struggling with that. I haven't got a niche as such. That's one of the problems I've got. In fact, that's the main problem I've got. So she started suggesting things. She said, what about dog walking? I said, well, we haven't got a dog because the dog died last year. Now I feel like I'm on a boat. I'm rocking up and down. So the dog died last year, and so we haven't got a dog. And I said, well, I can't do dog walking videos forever about, we don't even own a dog. She said, well, lots of people don't own dogs. So then she said, what about you know, being old, like over 60, because it's her birthday today, so she feels. And I said, yeah, well, funny enough, I was thinking of doing that, a video for over 60s or something. And she said, yeah, you can talk about things like Crohn's disease. And I said, well, I had that when I was 19. That's not an over 60s thing. And she said, well, why don't you talk about what it's like to have a colostomy bag? I said, well, I haven't got a colostomy bag. I can't do a whole channel about how when I was 19, you know, my surgeon said to me, you were this close to major surgery, but I managed to avoid it. I was very lucky. I can't do a channel about, oh, I'm really lucky that the illness didn't get me, but it might get you, sort of thing. Yeah, so these things are really kind of experiments. You know, I'm using my iPhone as an experiment. I'm walking around with a big stick stuck in front of my face. You know, you can walk across Westminster Bridge and nobody sees you because they're all looking at phones these days. Everybody's doing it. So whatever I do, I kind of feel it's got to be really good. It's got to be better than... It's got to give somebody the choice. Watch this rather than click away and watch somebody funnier and cleverer and doing more interesting things. It's not easy, is it? It's not easy, Natalie. You've just got to keep going. I think I'm probably going to shoot indoors more often than not. But for today, this is quite good fun. I'm getting used to it now. And the other thing, of course, is you've got to think about what you can talk about, because you've kind of got to talk. You've got to say something, and you hope it's going to be of value. But I can't really think that I've got anything to say of value. I'm still struggling with that niche thing. I made my living really through comedy. I know that sounds ridiculous, but the murder mysteries and all that sort of stuff, comedy, acting, filmmaking. But everyone can talk about filmmaking far better than I can. You know, there's loads of channels out there that do really good. If you want to learn to make films, and I'm walking around with a DJI Osmo. You know, I'm not carrying my Sony FX6 around. That would be even more absurd. So, yeah, that's what you've got to do. You've got to find something to talk about. You've got to light things properly. There's sunlight over on the left there. There you go. It looks like 5:01. It should be 150. Ali Pali is 150 years old, or was last year. Ali Pali, they call it, Alexandra Palace. So yeah, it's not... They'll keep these numbers for another sort of 351 years, and they'll put up 5:01, but at the moment it should be 150. And it's a funny building. It's a really strange building. It's like almost not finished. It burnt down about 2 or 3 times. Here I am now on the iPhone 15, and you quickly forget that there are people around. There's quite a few people around now. No one yet is looking at me, but anyway, you shouldn't really care. It's quite nice with that lake behind me. I don't like my face in the picture, but other than that, I have to lift the hat up a bit so you can see me a bit better. That's the iPhone 15. You probably can't hear anything because I don't have an external microphone. Obviously I do have an external microphone, but it's for the DJI. I've got you know, the North Face coat on, and I thought I might write to them and see if I can... Shut up, dogs. Thought I might see if I can get a bit of sponsorship out of them with my, you know, 5 viewers. I mean, I tell them I've got more than that, maybe 10. Okay, I'm still sort of experimenting here. I've gone, let's go back this way. I've gone cinematic on the iPhone. I'm not sure that's really going to work. It looks really overexposed. But then I thought, oh, why don't I just go 2 cameras, and I'll put the DJI on. I don't know if you can... Oh, I've gone the wrong way. So I've got the DJI on, and here I am walking along with the iPhone, and me talking to myself, talking to a couple of cameras. There we go, a couple of cameras like that. Lots of duck noise behind, dog noises and things. Anyway, yeah, that's my thing for today. Niche. And look at this, there's a bit of Christmas tree left here. There's the Osmo, look at that, it's tiny. That's kind of looking at you, looking at me. There's Alexandra Palace behind, looking quite good today with the blue sky. I look a bit overexposed. I think this is just in ordinary video mode, not cinematic. and I'm not doing it in log. Should be shooting in log, but I'm not. These are my 10. This is number 9 of my 10 videos, which are my experimental videos. So I'm not even looking there. That's where the lens is, so I should be looking there. It's very easy, isn't it, when you make YouTube videos, to look at yourself in the picture and your eye goes over there, but whereas you should be looking right there. Anyway, I'm just rambling on. As I say, this is going to be very bitty today, this video. It's just very experimental. I'm sorry to put you through it, but it's your own fault really, because you're still watching. Oh, and thank you for it though, by the way. Watch some of my other ones and see what you think. Let me know in the comments, or comment. There's only 1 or 2 of you. So the camera's jumping around all over the place. It's just been trying to find my feet. If you can't find your face, it looks for your feet. So I'm not sure about using it's a great camera really, it looks great, but the image on the camera is very small. It's not like the new Osmo, where you've got a much bigger picture. You can put it onto your phone and look at that, but then you're not looking at the camera. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to edit this, so once again, apologies if it's really badly put together, but it is just an experiment, and it's day 9 of my 10-day experimental YouTube channel-y thing.